Welcome to the department, Yuki. Let me show you around and tell you about your new colleagues. I'll introduce you to them all later.
Great. Thanks. So, who are those people over there?
That's the order management team. Luciana deals with the new orders. She's the one with short, dark hair.
In the purple dress?
Yeah, that's right. You'll probably work closely with her while you are learning about our ordering process.
Got it. Thanks. And who's that over there? The guy who's on the phone?
Oh, you mean the one by the window? In the green shirt? That's Ian. He's the marketing director. And that's Maria beside him. She's responsible for the internal IT systems.
Okay. I'll try to remember all of this. I should probably be taking notes.
Don't worry about it. For now, it's just good to put some faces to names.
Okay, great. And who do I talk to about setting up my mobile phone with email access? Is that also Maria?
No, you need to talk to Sebastian, who works in communications. He can help you. That's him over there, next to the printer.
Thanks. I'll introduce myself to him later.
Welcome to today's show. We are very happy to have Ana Oliveira as our guest today. Ana is the creator and founder of Homeworks, spelled with an X, we should note, an app which helps teenagers with their homework. Thanks for coming in, Ana.
Thanks for having me.
So, tell us about your app. How does it work?
Well, teenagers and their parents have numerous challenges when it comes to homework these days. In many families, both parents work and don't have much available time to help their kids with their homework. And even if they do have time to help, they may not be able to offer support with the content. What I mean is, they may not know or at least remember enough in any given subject to support.
You mean they might not be able to remember complex maths or might have never studied certain subjects, such as biology or economics themselves?
Exactly. So they might want to support their children with their homework, but have neither the time nor the knowledge to do so.
I see. So the app helps solve this problem?
Yes, and more. The next issue is that tutors can be expensive, and there may be long waiting lists for specialist tutors in the town or region you live in. Our Homeworks app brings students and tutors together online. Students can search a database of pre-approved tutors and sign up for live online support. They don't need to be in the same town or city.
That sounds really great.
It is, and this approach also enables us to offer the tutoring services at lower prices because there's no travelling time involved for the tutor to get to the student's home. And tutors who live in remote areas are happy to get access to more students and be able to work from home, even at lower rates.
This all sounds great. So how did you come up with the idea?
Well, as you might guess, I was one of those parents I described earlier. I really wanted to help my son with his homework, but I was either too busy with work or I didn't actually know anything about the subjects he was having difficulty with. Also, we live in an area where there aren't many tutors, and the ones that are there are either very expensive or have long waiting lists.
Yes, I can understand your predicament. Well, it sounds like a very useful app that is clearly meeting a need, and its popularity obviously speaks for itself.
Thank you.
So, do you have plans for the future?
We've just secured some funding and hope to expand the range of services we offer using the app.
We wish you the best of luck. Thanks again for coming in. That was Ana Oliveira, founder of the tutoring app Homeworks, with an X, don't forget, which is available for both Apple and Android devices. Join us again next week for another business interview. Have a great week, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming to this short presentation on our new product design. As you know, we've already redeveloped our Adventure shampoo to make it more modern and appealing, and we've renamed it Adventure Tech. Our market research established the target market as men in the 18 to 40 age range who like to be outdoors and also like technical gadgets such as smartwatches, drones, and things like that. We needed to create a bottle which appeals to that market. So today, I'm happy to unveil our new bottle design. As you can see, it's designed to look like a black metal drinking flask with some digital features printed on it. I'd like to talk you through the following 3 points: the key features, sizing, and our timeline for production. Firstly, you'll notice it has an ergonomic design. That means it fits smoothly into your hand and can be easily opened and squeezed using one hand. And it looks like a flask you might use when hiking outdoors. The imitation digital displays are designed to remind the user of other tech devices they may have, such as a smartwatch or smart displays in their home. I'd now like to tell you about the sizes. It comes in 2 sizes, the regular size and a small travel size. The travel size is the same type of design, a flask also with imitation digital displays on the bottle. We were thinking of starting with one and following with the travel size in a few months, but we've worked hard and both are ready now. Finally, I'm going to talk to you about our timeline for production. You've probably heard that we're launching in 2 months. In preparation for that, we're starting the marketing campaign next month. You can see the complete overview of all phases in this Gantt chart. In summary, the bottle's been designed for men who like adventure and technology, and it comes in 2 sizes. The marketing campaign is starting next month, and we're launching the product in 2 months. Okay, so, any questions? Feel free to also email me for further information, in case we run out of time. So we're back in the studio. Welcome back, everyone. My name's Rick Walker. From our laptops to our televisions, from the displays on our smartphones to those on our sat-navs, we are in front of screens all the time. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to disconnect completely? To choose not to have access to the internet? If you have, you may be in need of a digital detox, a total switch off from all things digital. The idea of people taking a digital detox is becoming more and more popular, especially amongst young people. And today, we're joined by someone who's tried a number of digital detox activities and is here to give us some advice about it. Amanda Vince, welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much.
So, Amanda, you work for a fashion magazine in London, right? I guess your work means you need to be online a lot.
Oh yes. Apart from the hundreds of emails I get every day, I'm always browsing fashion websites as well as online videos. I also need to be very active online, especially on Twitter and Instagram, sharing what we're doing in the magazine, interacting with designers, photographers, influencers. It never stops. Literally. Then, of course, there's my friends and family to keep in touch with online too. And for me, my work grew out of my passion. So friends and work colleagues aren't 2 totally separate groups of people. And it all gets a bit messy online sometimes. I think I'm online for at least 12 hours a day.
So, how did you get the idea for a digital detox?
I read a book about it called Log Off: How to Stay Connected After Disconnecting. The author's name is Blake Snow. That book gave me some really good advice and made me think about trying to change some of my digital habits. I started with removing distraction.
What do you mean by that?
That means turning off alerts, buzzes, alarms or notifications of any kind. I had notifications set up for everything, and it meant I was always being forced to look at my phone. Removing all of them, except for important contacts, helped me focus immediately. The book also made a really good point. that we should ask ourselves why every time we take out our phone. I realised that most of the times I looked at my phone were because I was trying to avoid or ignore something else happening right in front of me. It was an automatic habit.
I have to confess, that happens to me too. But what else are you going to do when you're standing in line in the bank or waiting for your train?
Okay, yes, I'm the first to admit that it's great for helping time go by. But speaking personally, I found I wasn't just checking my phone to kill time when I was alone. I was also doing it with friends or family around.
Right. Well, so far this doesn't sound too drastic. Turning off notifications and becoming aware of when we use our devices. That sounds easy.
Yes, it's the first step. Once we begin to realise just how much of a grip our devices have on us, then we're ready to really take the next step. First, my partner and I did a weekend with absolutely no screens. She found it easier than I did. For me, it was a little bit scary at first, but it turned out to be a pretty rewarding experience.
A whole weekend, huh? Well, I don't know if I could...
I think everyone has to do this at their own pace. If a weekend feels too much, maybe just try for an evening. Then work your way up to more. I guarantee once you've tried it, you'll want to try it again. We're going to try for a whole week in the summer.
Okay, let's pause there then and see what our listeners have to say. You can call us here directly or send us a message on any of our social media channels. Oh, should I be saying that? Anyway, more after the break.
In today's lecture, we are going to be talking about experiments, and I thought it might be interesting for you all to learn about the world's oldest continuously running laboratory experiment that is still going today. In fact, it holds the Guinness World Record for being the longest running experiment. This experiment began in 1927 and has been going ever since. It's called the pitch drop experiment, and it was created by Professor Thomas Parnell at the University of Queensland, Australia. Parnell was the university's first physics professor, and he wanted to show in this experiment that everyday materials, such as pitch, can have quite surprising properties. You see, when pitch is at room temperature, it feels solid. You can easily break it with a hammer. However, it isn't in fact solid. At room temperature, pitch is many billions of times more viscous than water, but it's actually fluid. In 1927, Professor Parnell took a sample of pitch. He heated it and poured it into a glass funnel. He allowed the pitch to cool and settle for 3 years. He then turned the funnel upside down and cut the top off it. Since then, the pitch has slowly dropped out of the funnel. How slowly? Well, the first drop took 8 years to fall. It took another 40 years for another 5 drops to fall. Today, it's been almost 90 years since the experiment started. Only 9 drops have fallen from the funnel. The last drop fell in April 2014, and the next one is expected to fall in the 2020s. The experiment has a tragic story associated with it. Professor Parnell died without seeing a pitch drop. His replacement, Professor John Mainstone, became responsible for the pitch drop experiment from 1961. He held the job for 52 years and missed seeing the drop fall 3 times, by a day in 1977, by just 5 minutes in 1988, and finally in 2000, when the webcam that was recording the experiment suffered a power outage for 20 minutes, during which time the pitch dropped. The pitch drop experiment is something we can all participate in now. There's a live web stream that allows anyone to watch the glass funnel and wait for the fateful moment. A similar experiment to the Queensland pitch drop was set up in Dublin, and the video of the moment the pitch actually dropped went viral on the internet. It's interesting to see how a very slow event can spread news so quickly.